Welcome to another edition of Crime News with Mark Solomon. It's Thursday, June 24, 2021. Today's going to be a news update. First thing I'm going to tell you is, first off, there's been a trial date set in the Chad Daybell case, July 12, 2021. This is just a couple days ago, so July 12, 2021 is the date we're all going to be looking to see what the heck happens. I'm hoping before that the Tammy Daybell autopsy reports, or at least the cause of death, is released. Gosh, we still don't know that. So that's number one. Number two, I have had so many requests, so many thoughts, so many ideas of what might have killed Alex Cox. Now, this is the Lori Vallow Daybell case, but one of the updates that I'm going to be doing next week, early next week, Monday or Tuesday, is an update on Octopus venom. Should be interesting. Monday or Tuesday. Don't miss it. Check back right here. Third thing we're going to talk about today is Barry Morphew, Colorado case where a man is accused of murdering his wife. We're also going to talk a little bit about Aiden Fucci. Not much, just a little bit. His mother was charged. Let's get to that. Stick around. But before we get to that, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos, and the little bell next to it to be notified of future videos. If you're enjoying this video, you'll enjoy the next one too, maybe even more. Okay, let's get to it. So, Chad Daybell trial date July 12, next month. It's less than a month away. So we talked a little bit about how we don't know the cause of death of Tammy Daybell. Her autopsy report was done in Utah, sent to the prosecutor in Idaho. We don't know what it says. We want to know what it says. Hopefully we'll get that sooner rather than later. Also, again, stick around next week. Check back here next week. Octopus venom. I'm going to do another video on that. If you haven't watched, I've done a small series of videos on some of the ways that Alex Cox might have been poisoned. Was he murdered? Strong evidence tends to indicate that he was. Of course, the medical examiner says natural causes. What do you think? Put them in the comments below. Okay, moving on. We're going to talk about Barry Morphew. He was in court. Now, this is an article from May 27. He's accused of killing his wife. This is in Salida, Colorado. It's really in the middle of nowhere. I've been there. It is what it is. His case is moving forward, but in most interesting note here, the arrest report, not the arrest report, the arrest affidavit. Normally, these arrest affidavits are somewhere in the neighborhood of a couple pages, sometimes 5, 10 maybe. I've had drug cases where the arrest affidavit is as much as 15, 20 pages. Here's one that's 130 pages. So detailed, in fact, that the prosecutors asked to seal it. The judge granted it. It will be sealed until sometime in September, from what I understand. And here's an organization, Colorado Freedom of Information, and the Freedom of Information Coalition, they're asking for the judge to reconsider his decision and to release that arrest warrant. It's just so long. Oh my goodness. Can't imagine having to comb through that. I mean, what's in the case that's not in the arrest warrant affidavit? That's just nutty. Wow. Okay. Next, talking about Aiden Fucci. He has been charged with he's a 14-year-old kid charged with the murder of a 13-year-old classmate. He is obviously being tried as an adult. I'm going to go over that in a little bit more detail sometime next week. Basically, his case was originally filed as a juvenile. It was removed and what we call removed to the upper level court to be filed as an adult. Interestingly enough, at that point, he was moved from a juvenile facility to a different facility. One of the things I'm going to look up for you is whether or not he was moved to an adult jail. He's still only 14 years old, so that would be an interesting thing that I don't know the answer to. But today I can tell you that his mother has set an arraignment for tampering with evidence, for trying to wash the blood off her son's genes, trying to wash blood off of her son's genes after Tristan Bailey stabbed to death. Horrific crime. If you read some of the articles on this, you'll find I'm not even going to go into it. Just read the articles. It's terrible. And his mom tried to tamper with the evidence. Her arraignment is set for July 26. Remember, an arraignment is essentially two things, right? Judge has to tell you what you're charged with, maximum penalties and your rights, and you enter a plea, guilty or not. Oftentimes in an arraignment, you don't enter a plea and you set the case out because you need more time to do the work before you can either negotiate the case or decide you're going to go to trial. But that arraignment is set for July 26. This article is saying that she's likely going to waive her appearance here in Colorado. We can't do that often. So, you know, as it is in Florida, you can. Your attorney takes care of that. And I've had clients who've told me that, what do you mean I have to be there? I'm like, yeah, Colorado, you have to be here. Florida, you don't. You can waive your presence. Okay. Just means you don't have to be there. Your attorney can be there in your stead. So, like I said, today was going to be a short video. So that's all we got for you today. We'll be back next week. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, issues, put them in the comments below. Love to hear from you. Keep those comments going. I love reading them. I love responding to them, and I love incorporating your ideas into my next video. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.